Today we're going to change out the rear trailing arm bushing. It's a common problem on 80s, 90s, Honda, Acura, Civic, Del Sol, Integra, CRV, anything of the same generation. I think I named them all. You serious? That thing just broke off? Right. Well, that piece was already broken actually. It's just funny, it just fell out. But what are you gonna do? So I have the parking brake set, and I'm gonna take off these two bolts right here holding the rotor on. And once I take them off, then I'll disengage the brake. We gotta take out that pin for the parking cable. Make sure you disengage the parking brake and then put it in gear. That's what I did. Pin comes out pretty easy after that. Two 12 mils. Get it out the way for now. I don't show this part, but putting it back together, it's 28 foot-pounds. I just show me taking it off. Two 14 mils. Take off this bracket holding the brake hose. Two 12 mils as well. There you go. Now we got some slack in the line. Just gonna put it up against a shock so it's out the way. That was easy. Now we're going to take off the speed sensor. I'm going to start with the two easy ones. It's a 10 mil. There's a third one. There's three 10 mils on the back of this side right here. I got another two 10 mils. Kind of just pop it out the way. Now the rear compensator. I'm just going to mark it so that when we put it back on, the alignment isn't going to be perfect, but it'll be close enough. Like scratch it, mark it, whatever you got to do just so you can put it back in the same spot. It's a 14 mil by the way. I'm going to take off the parking cable. I believe that was a 12. It's a lot of 12 mils, 14 mils. Okay, now we can completely take this out. Not just yet, we got to take off this bracket holding it on. It's just a clip. Once we pop the clip off, it just slides right out. The trailing arm bushing is just a weak point of the rear suspension. It has to do so much work going up and down, side to side, and it's just a soft rubber. So upgrading to Nolathane makes it ride like a new car again. Took off the bolt for the lower control arm, upper control arm. There it is right there. The weakness of the rear end. I'm gonna get it fixed. Here we are, taking these two 17 mils off for the trailing arm bushing. And pretty much at this point, could take it off. It got caught up on the compensator, so just kind of wiggle it out the way. And that's it. Not too bad taking it out.
Okay, this side is probably just as bad as the driver's side. Yeah, this is it's almost on its way out. Yeah, it's just barely holding on the bottom. The top is just completely already separated. Just like that. Finished the job. Took it all the way out.
So I'm going to use an air hammer to take this out. But before I do that, I'm going to clean it real good. Get a wire brush. Clean out any debris that might be in there. And then hit it with some lubrication. So when it does slide out, it'll get all the help it can get. There's a big boy right there. This just makes the job so much easier. Just hit it side to side. There you go. It literally popped out in a minute and 30 seconds with no editing. It was pretty easy to pop out. Just clean up some more. Brake clean. That's a copper wire brush. I don't want to scratch it too much. Just get all the stuff out the way. Okay, here comes the highlight of the whole clip. This is the bushing. That's the part number. That's the website. These are the instructions included. Soapy water and no grease. That's all it says. So here I got just a bottle of soapy water. I get it as wet as I can. Instructions do not say to do this, but I heard some other guys do this and I tried it out and it works super easy. Look at that, just like that. Popped it right in. So just to make sure it doesn't like twist on its way in when I'm stomping on it, I just tap it, just a couple love taps, and make sure that it's fully seated in all the way. I clean it off, make sure I feel around, and right here it says no grease, but I don't like the sound of that. I'm just gonna put a little bit of lithium grease on the slide pin and just move it back and forth, up and down, apply a little bit at a time, and then I clean off the excess. So I'm not doing anything crazy. Just apply a little bit more, get the other side, and that's it. I don't put any grease or anything else, so I'm sticking pretty close to the instructions. And once you got this pin in, you're ready to put it back in.
Tight one.
All you need is a 12 mil, taking the bolt off from the back. See what happened there? I put a impact gun on the front, thinking it was a nut, snapped it off. So letting you guys know so you don't have to do that. Just use a 12 mil, take the bolt off from the back. It's just one whole assembly. I'm gonna put a new control arm in. So the one with the flat tip goes in the back towards the chassis, and the two bolts with the pointed tip go in the front. Make sure you get your speed sensor inside of the shock so it's not hanging. This is a China special lower control arm, so I had to really get this thread going. Like it had to be chased in. So we'll give it a shot. So I got everything bolted up. It's not tight. It's just everything's lined up. All the bolts are in. And I'm going to put a new compensator. I decided to do it late, but this is the one you want. Dorman. This is the one that cross-references to the OEM Acura part number. It's the exact design. Don't buy a universal one on Amazon that says it fits every single vehicle. This one, from what I looked up, this is the best one to get. Now, if you're going to put the compensator on late like me, make sure you got this trailing arm bushing bolts completely loose so that it slides up and down like that. Otherwise, the bolt is not going to slide in from the back of that compensator because it's going to hit the chassis. So, just a FYI. Let's put some weight on the suspension so we can tighten everything up. Just as soon as it pops up off the jack stand, I lower it back down just to put a little bit of weight back on. And by the way, I got a built-in torque wrench in my hand. I don't know what it is. I know how to do it perfectly every time. I don't know. So just imagine me using a torque wrench. But those are the specs. In case you guys want to do it the right way. There it is. Okay, with that included slide pin, you're going to notice that there's a gap in between the bolt hole. And you can slide it. So that's what I do right here. I just get a pry bar and I just slide it to the left so that that little gap on the outer edge looks just about the same as it does on the other side. I try to match it as best as I could. I don't know if it matters, but to me, I want it to be centered. So the instructions don't say nothing about that. Just keep that in mind.
Got the sauce.